Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Moo and today we are working on part 2 of the mini album that I am making. So we'll get right into it. Right here at the beginning, I am making a hinge for the inside of the book, and basically it's going to be the tabs that our pages will be attached to or will get attached to. And so that's what I'm working on right now. Works, guys. I totally figured it out for myself to how to not have a scoreboard, and then it just folds because that's what you want. But I'm doing these, what is this, let me see if that's an inch, just so I can tell you guys, like a half inch apart. So this one's right here. And I don't know if you can see, you can't see the ruler on either side. Okay, you can see the ruler now, but I'll show you once I get. So let me do this one. Don't go too fast. You don't want to slip off. I give it some pressure. I want it to be straight. I'm going to do another half inch. Now here's the beauty too. You can just do these lines, right? Leave some space on both sides and then hinge them up. And if it's too many hinges, just don't use it. You know what I mean? You don't have to use them just because you've made them. Just try to keep your paper straight. And it's a lot easier if you have an actual score, like board. But I'm being resourceful. Because why have these grooves in here if you can't get groovy? I'm just kidding. Let's see how many lines I've made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometime at the top I have to rub up. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm running out of space here. Just slide it over. Put it back, put it in a groove, line it up, and then take it a half inch. Okay, gonna keep going. Oh, move this thing out of the way. We don't need it right now. You're messing us up. We're already doing something that is not normal. Let me see, is that, yeah, it's in the groove. Okay. And then we'll go on to the next one. Now, if you guys have an easier way to do this, feel free to let me know without having a scoreboard. I mean, I guess the easiest thing to do is buy a scoreboard. If you said that, then you're correct, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more, but I'm not going to because I figured this out. Isn't that crazy? I am so silly. But guys, I don't know if it's, you can literally see my handprints all over it. That is so crazy. But it's going to get covered up, so don't worry about it. Marvelous. So this is what we got. We got a hinge here. We got a hinge here. This one don't want to be a hinge, but it's a hinge. Got a hinge here. And we have a hinge here. Oh, y'all, not me making one more than I needed. But see, that's what hey, come on. I don't know why this one wants to act that way. Okay, there we go. Now we got all 3 hinges. Look at that, guys. Oh no, you're the wrong one. Oh, okay, that's why I'm like, wait a minute. not me counting one more than I needed, but it wasn't. I just folded the wrong one. Boom. It's like a little accordion. Did I struggle putting all those together? Yes. But is it okay? Yes. So this is what we're going to be putting our sheets on. So I just want to fold it this way and stop popping out. This is why you got to do these. This is why you got to press it down. And I'm just going to fold it back the other way. Now, with this, you have to realize we need to tape them up right in here, okay? All right, so I am just going to get my little buddy here. Let me, for some reason, I don't know why, I just feel the need to flip it. And let's get our hinges really together, right? Okay. So we know that that goes there. Did I do the right one? Yes. Okay. Yes. They should fall. They should really fall the way that you need to glue them. I'm just rusty, so the second guessing. Come on, glue. Get off of there. Okay, and we're gonna close you up. Guys, marvelous. Marvelous. And look at that. You see, guys? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I love it. And now this, it's gonna lay here. And oh, I need to bend out those parts. You don't have to make a hinge for it. You just need to know where they are when you go to laying them down. Now I'm debating if like I made this kind of big. I really could have made it smaller, and maybe, you know what I'll do? I am just gonna go ahead and add that fourth. I'm just gonna add that fourth because I made that 3-inch spine. There's really no point in making a 3-inch spine and only doing 3 hinges. And now when you lay it down and it's in here, we're gonna put a page right here. We're gonna put a cover page right here. So it's okay. If you don't like that they're uneven, cut it. That's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and do that too. Let me see. Okay, now we're just gonna glue it in here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use my runner. I'm gonna use both. Oh, I'm out, guys. Okay, we're just finishing up gluing. Good thing it's gonna stick to that. I probably could have skipped this part. Sorry, guys. And maybe when I'm editing, I will. Let's get this as centered as possible. I would say there. Yeah. And now you really want to get, if you have a bone folder, this is where you get into that groove for the fold on this page. You don't need to score that. Just get into that groove. Get into all these grooves. Okay. And then fold it just to make sure you can get in that fold. Okay. I don't want, don't crease it, it's a book, you know? And also, if you just feel like things aren't strong enough, if we had laid a piece of paper in there and then put this on there, it would serve, sorry, I had to fix that. It would serve a little stronger if you feel like you need to do that. Okay. So now we need to work on pages. Matter of fact, let's actually put a page on here. I don't want it to be plain black. I was gonna decorate it gold and black. So I can do the back page, the back cover of it metallic, and then do the front black. We're gonna do that. You have to be careful with these. You can't put the wet glue. You can't put the wet glue with those. So let's do it. We need to cut it down to, you know, it needs to be about an 8 by, not a full 8, not a full 7. Let me look. Let me see. I want it tight to the edges, but not all the way. So this is going to be about a 6 3/4. 6 3/4 by 7 3/4. I just need to quickly. Because I would forget. I said I need to quickly write that down. I like that, guys. Or what did I say? This one was going to be on the back and this one was going to be on the front. But now I kind of feel like this should be in the front. But no, because I don't see myself putting anything on here. But like I could put some wordage or something on there. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Oh, no, we definitely want that to the inside. Yes. And there we are. Okay, let's glue that. Let's glue these down. Yeah, let's glue these down. Alrighty, so we've gotten everything glued down and I'm just rubbing out some of the glue pockets that might be in there. And at this point, I actually sign off because I'm thinking this is probably going to be the end of the video. Even though I didn't know whether it was going to be a part 1 or part 2, but it ended up not really needing to be the end of part 2. So I'm actually going to go ahead and roll into making the pages or the layouts that attach to each hinge, and then probably end the video there. And so that's where we'll go ahead and pick up. 2 phone calls back to back and completely lost where I was. But we are back. I'm going to do a quick recap. So what we did was cut 4 of these to make base pages. We scored at the 1/4 and the 1/2 inch mark along the 8 by 3/4 side on all 4 of these pages. And then along with them, we cut a 6 by 4, a 6 by, a 6 1/4 by a 3 3/4, okay, to go on top. This is how we're making our base page. So what I went ahead and did was test out 2 ways you could put the pages in here, and then I'm going to explain them to you with the other 2, because I wanted to know which one would be easier, and depending on what materials you use actually is going to make it, is what's going to make the difference. So I am not using my tape runner. It says dot runner, but it's just regular tape. My tape runner, I'm not going to use that solely. I'm also going to use the art glitter glue, okay? Now, what we did at first was go ahead and put these together and then glue them together, right? Once we glued these together, you just stick them on there. You put glue on both sides of your tab here, of your hinge. And this is easier if you have like double-sided tape, so you can put it on there and then just pull the tape off. But that's not how we're doing it, and that's not how I'm going to explain it, because that's not the materials that, I have, okay? But that is one way of doing it. I also meant to mention in my first video, when I first learned how to make these, because I've only ever made like one, and I don't even know where it's at, but I learned from a lady named Rosa Kelly. She's still on YouTube. I still watch her. Like, sometimes I have to go back and maybe reference. I did that before I decided to do my project, just to see if I still had like the moves. But yes, Rosa Kelly, she has like a subscription thing you can do with her, and I mean, she's just awesome. She's phenomenal. She does a lot of great stuff. So I definitely recommend going by her page and getting more tips and tricks. Okay, so what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just gluing along the side, okay? And this is the side that's going to be attached to our hinge, okay? I'm only doing one side first. Then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue just to help with reinforcement. I was just doing this, and now my glue already has a little bit of something on it, okay? Just a little bit of glue. Not too much, because I don't want it to come spewing out all over the place. If we can, you know, absolutely help it. Okay? So just a little bit of glue. Then I just rubbed it around. I didn't squeeze it, so there was no extra glue coming out just now. Okay, now I'm going to grab my book back, bring my book, our album back, and I'm going to lay it against the hinge and then push the hinge down on it. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because you want these pages to be able to flip back and forth. So I fear pressing it down this way, and then what happens if it doesn't close? Like, I want it to close flush. So that's the reason why I'm just taking the extra little necessary precaution to make sure that it closes flush, okay? Now, two ways you can have this base page. You can have it as a pocket, which means it's going to be open right here, right? Or you can have it not a pocket and it can be completely closed out. That just depends on how you put your top piece on, okay? Now, when we put our top piece on, of course, we want to fold our, where we scored at, we want to fold those over, okay? If we want it to be a pocket, we're not going to glue the inside of them. We are just going to glue, first, I recommend gluing just the bottom. You want to have that flush to the end, okay? And as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use my tape runner. Okay. Try to get that as flush as possible, right? And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue for reinforcement. And that's really not a lot of glue at all, guys. It's just there to help with the reinforcement. Just there to basically make sure that the page stays put for, you know, a good amount of time. Okay. And I'm just going to hold that down. Now, the thing is, I don't want to have a pocket. At first, I wanted to have a pocket, and I don't want to have a pocket anymore. So, in this case, I am going to just glue this down all the way on the inside. I'm also going to put glue in here, okay? But if you want a pocket, like I said, all you need to do is glue your page on the hinge, okay? I mean, on what you scored, so that you have a little pocket. Okay? All right. So let me, that's weird. It's a little bit off. Just a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Some glue on there. Now, if you find or if you notice that there is just a little bit of, uh-oh, tell me I didn't run out that fast. Oh, I sure did. Okay, I'm going to change this again, but I'm going to say what I was saying. Actually, hold on. Let me just change this and then I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys. What was I saying? Oh man, I completely forgot. So I don't want the pocket. I think that's what I was talking about. I don't really want the pocket, so I'm actually gonna send glue inside of here as well, which I wasn't doing at first, but I definitely want to throw some glue in there. Okay. And I'm not gonna worry about pressing that down all the way because I gotta press the rest of it down anyway. And then you definitely want to just put some glue along that hinge. I wouldn't say go all the way to the crease, because this is not going to be all the way to that crease line, okay? And I don't want you to have glue all over the place like I usually do. Okay, and then I'm just gonna throw a little glue in here. But again, don't glue inside of here or inside your little score marks if you want to have that pocket. Remember, I don't care to have that pocket there. Okay, and then when I come here, I just want to make sure that I'm on top of there. Good, perfect. There's a little bit of glue sticking out, but this isn't it, guys. We still have to put the pages on top of here. So, oh, that's what I was saying. The line, you may see like some space. You may have some space. You can cut your 6 by a quarter a little bit bigger, maybe 6.5, if you don't like that. But it doesn't make a difference because we're gonna put papers on. Like the layout goes on top of that. What really makes it a layout. Remember, this is just the base pages. Okay, so you can either have a base page, like again, with a pocket or without, okay? And then just make sure that you are gluing all the way and gluing it all the way down and really good if you're not gonna have that pocket in there. And then I'm gonna just do this one really quickly. It's crazy that that one had a little bit of a weird fit. The other one I didn't have that problem. I'm just gonna throw this in here and see if we're gonna have the same problem. Or at least attempt to see if we're gonna have the same problem. And sometimes you cut them and you measure them the best you can, and then your dimensions are like a smidge off. You know, this one's perfect. If I could just hold that fold down. Yeah. The dimensions are just a smidge off. I mean, human error, you know, it happens. It's not that big of a deal. You can always just either, you can recut it out, and you can use that, because those scraps we can always use to make other layouts. Like I have all of our scraps on the other side that we're going to use. Okay, but let me just get this tape down. Get this glue down really quickly, and we're going to move on to the next portions. Now, this portion that we're going to move, I'm going to start explaining it early. This next portion that we're going to move into doing is, it has a lot of options. Like, it's going to be extremely optional to do some of these things. But I'm not going to be able to take the time to show you what all other options you have, right? because the video just would, I mean, it would go on forever. It already goes on forever with me just doing regular stuff, right? So, let me just push that down. Oh, I didn't put any reinforcing glue, but that's okay. We'll put some on the other side because I'm not gonna have a pocket here either. So yeah. Just a little bit of glue there. But I want to put my glue gun. Okay, so we're just gonna cut out pieces, and this is gonna be the parts where these are like they hold your pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, and just that is the portion that we're moving into, and the scraps that you have will be will play a big part in that. The last time I just didn't feel like I got as flush as I would like, so I'm just going to use this scrap to make sure I get right at that edge, so that I make sure that I'm flush. And then let me get on this hinge here. Perfect. I went down a little too far on that one. Be careful with that, guys. And now just adding a little bit of, say it with me, reinforcing glue. All right. We can remove this. Okay. I did it that way so that none of the glue would want to try to pop to the other side as I pick that up. Okay, and we're almost done. I'm just gonna fold this. Oh, I need to glue the top of it. I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna touch the glue. There we go. That's okay. I just want it folded down some. Fold down for me. Thank you. Same here. Fold down for me. Thank you. Get my bone folder, because this part is like the shorter edge, so it's trying to just be a little difficult. Don't be difficult with me. And we're gonna add a little bit more glue and we're done. We're done with the glue. Excuse me. We're done with this gluing part. I mean, there's more gluing to go. You know what I mean? But we'll be done with this gluing part. And I'm like, I tried so hard not to make this portion of it take so long. So I apologize if I failed at that endeavor. Okay. Done. We're moving on. Okay guys, so I have noticed that this video has gotten a little bit long, so before we finish out with our layouts, I am gonna call it here, and we will do our layouts on our pages on the next video, so stay tuned. There will be a part 3. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I know we are working through some kinks. We are working through them together, and I really appreciate you guys being on this journey with me. And I hope you guys are going to love your album as much as I'm already loving mine. So have a good one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.